Hello.
Hello.
Ocholi Okutepa is my name, and this is my beloved wife,
Julia
Okutepa. All right, so we are excited to welcome you back on this episode of On the Couch Conversations. You know, in the last episode, we started a conversation we couldn't finish. 10 romantic ideas to spice up your marriage. So in this episode, we are going to continue from point 6. All right. So what we will do here is to just have a quick recap on what we had in the episode that dropped before this one last week. All right. So we talked about thoughtfulness. We talked about active listening. We talked about speaking to your partner. We talked about mini vacations, and we talked about routines. So those 5 points are the first 5 points we believe you need, all right, as romantic ideas to spice up your marriage. So the first point for today, which will be the 6th point, is plan major vacations. Plan major vacations. You know,
see, this one is a game changer.
It's a game changer. And I'm going to explain. You see, mini vacations are less expensive. Mini vacations can be embarked upon without necessarily planning for long. You know, I was attending this church when I was in Aberdeen doing my master's. That's in Scotland. And the pastor and his wife amazed me. They still do it to date.
Yeah.
I see it on their Facebook page. Every year, they take 1 full month off. Well, they're in the UK. They are British citizens. So I don't know about now with the Brexit situation, but they can actually travel through Europe without all those visa and stuff. They spend a month, they pick some locations. I mean, it was so romantic. Then every week you come to church for 4 weeks or 5 weeks, depending on how many weeks that month is. You are getting update on pastor and his wife's movement. In fact, I remember based on their picture, now I'm talking 10 years ago, 2013, 2014, based on the pictures they posted on Facebook, I got their pictures and got these companies online, and I was able to deliver to them on their return the album of their trip. I mean, they are not Gen Z. I mean, as at this time, their children were already getting married. So I'm talking about mature people, elderly people. But you see, they had made this a culture. That means they planned towards it to be away for the whole month. They were the one pastoring the church I was attending. All right? I mean, they would take that whole month. I was just amazed. I had to go online. I found these companies, now things work in the Western world, you know, where you could collect pictures, pay for it. They delivered a solid photo album. Like, it was so, I was so shocked. I was so amazed. I'm like, what an idea. Because the pictures they're posting on Facebook alone, my God. Like, they planned it so well before they arrive in any hotel. I mean, even the way the hotel will cooperate, set up the bed, set up everything. They'll take lovely pictures, go out from country to country, a couple of countries. Why do you plan major vacations? Because it may be more cost intensive. Yeah, go ahead.
I can't even begin to tell you what those memories will do to your marriage. He wasn't even part of the trip, but
I'm still feeling it.
From what he was seeing, it was already giving him vibes.
Because we haven't even managed any vacation that is 1 month. 1 guinea. Even, I mean, our most major vacation, 10 days. Wait, 7 days.
I want us to touch a little about the what stops a lot of people from going on vacation, long vacations. And one major point is the financial, you know, will I call it the burden of planning long vacations. And one of the things, we want to break it down for you and simplify it so that you find it easier to do.
Yeah.
See, it is an investment. It's not just a luxury or what people consider a loss of finances. It is an investment. You want your marriage to thrive. You want your home to be successful. Planning, you know, long
vacations,
like maybe an annual vacation, is very good for you. And while it may be capital intensive, there are ways to ease the burden. That is by planning ahead.
That's the first thing. You see, the thing about money is you may actually spend money on a lot of things you are not glad to spend money on because you did not set up things you'd rather spend money on. You see, so let me give you an example. This is September. Imagine you want to have a vacation next year, September. You have 1 full year to plan. First thing it does for you is, okay, let's even assume money is a big deal. Yeah, because I mean, we live in a world where money may be a big deal. And we want you to have these romantic ideas irrespective of where you are. First thing is you begin to weigh what you can plan across 10 months. Would we need visa? When do we go for the visa? Would we need flight tickets? How soon can we purchase flight tickets so that it's cheaper? All right, can we do PSS? Is there anybody, what is PSS? Pay small, small. Is there anybody, like, in fact, I had a short vacation with my wife. It was major for us, but the time was short. It was just a couple of days. And I began to plan that vacation as a surprise to her from July, and we're going to travel in December. And I got, a travel agent and began to do PSS, pay small, small. Some people who think they cannot fly anywhere will be shocked that they can fly somewhere if they plan for 12 months. Yeah. That's why it's a major vacation. This doesn't just come up suddenly. Like, you put real planning into it. And one of the things that happen to your finances is when you have a plan, you realize that you can easily synchronize your finances to what matters. So you realize that there are things you begin to cut down on because you are not, every time we have had a project as a family, we became financially disciplined.
Yeah.
So when you have certain plans that show that your marriage is, important to you, what you realize is that you become prudent. There are certain things you won't spend money on again, not because, you see, just like what the Apostle Paul says, all things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. So it's by planning a major vacation that you realize what is really expedient to your marriage. All right? So it's so important. And why are we emphasizing long vacation? Vacation is actually that time that you don't just enjoy yourself. You have time to reconnect. Sometimes we are disconnected, we don't even know. You have time to make up. You have time to review. You have time to repent. You have time to renew. You have time to refresh. All right? So important when you plan major vacations. And it gives such a feedback and leaves such memory that your partner knows, oh my God, I mean a lot to this person. Now, I don't want to say the other part. And for some of you married people, you see those your children, they are not letting you express yourself. Since you started having children, I'm not be expressive. You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. You have lost your expression. Sometimes it's vacation that gives you the opportunity to move away from those children who knock the door at the hour. You know the hour I'm talking. The Bible said at the hour of prayer, when the apostles were going to pray, they know how to knock the door at those times. All right.
And see, even if you can't, I'm trying to just push this point a bit further.
I hope we are going to cross point 6 today.
See, even if you can't travel out, like go abroad, in your locality, there are perhaps mini resorts that have been curated for that purpose.
Exactly.
Around you.
Exactly. That's why planning early on a major vacation matters. Because you see, when you begin to plan early, it gives you the ability to analyze what you can do.
Yes.
Because there are things you cannot do. So once you are able to analyze what you can do, see, let me tell you the truth, and I'm going to repeat it. It doesn't matter what level you are in your marriage. If you do not have vacations, you are not doing well.
You are not doing well.
There's no excuse. Go and say, I watched one video, the guys were insisting like every marriage is their marriage. I will not say your marriage is my marriage.
Even, in fact, every good employer knows that at some point your employee needs a major break. Any job that does not give vacation, whether leave or is abuse. It's abuse.
Even job. Mm-hmm. Every 12 months of work, you are entitled to 1 month off, both in rest and in pay. 13th month pay. That's why you claim it in your office. So why are you claiming 13th month pay where you work, but not giving 13th month experience to the person you are married to?
Please give your marriage some slack and allow
we are not even doing well. Because in the Bible, when a young man marries, the Bible says 1 year. The Jews were expected to go 1 year. So even somebody in this room right now involved in this shoot,
yes,
who married and was shooting the next week, they should go on 1 year. It's 1 year.
Please, let's just calm it down.
No,
don't
1
go
year.
for honeymoon, you know?
No, 1 year. Hunger will not kill you. 1 year.
Next point. Yes.
Do you get what I mean? All right, point number 7. 10 romantic ideas to spice up your marriage. Are you sure we'll do the other 5 in this episode? We'll have one other episode to close this series. Let's try. I think after this next point will. Number 7. surprise your partner positively.
Hey.
Stop dancing. I've only succeeded in one surprise in my life and you're dancing.
Somebody said in my destiny, I don't have capacity to surprise.
In 14 years of marriage, you surprised me once and you're happy.
And the help of the Holy Spirit, I have blasted that
one surprise in 14 years.
That ideology, like special.
You're not counting all the surprises you attempted that I caught. Only one you succeeded at boasting.
That one is a mega one.
It's a mega. See, let me tell you this. Whether your partner claims they don't like surprises.
Repeat that point again.
Whether your partner claims they don't like surprises. See, there's no human you give positive surprise.
That he will not be.
What your partner may be referring to is that people, crowd. But you see, to be pleasantly surprised in life.
It's a good thing. It's a sweet thing.
And may we define surprise. Surprise is simply doing what your partner did not expect you would do, but a positive one.
Yes.
They did not see it coming. You see, I was in Aberdeen in Scotland, and my wife was trying to come in on me without my knowledge. Good surprise, because I miss her. I mean, there's nothing she will come in on that I'll be afraid for her to come in. It's people that's why some people don't like surprise. They don't want to be caught in their natural habitat of what is not supposed to be. So, you know, I actually caught her that one. The birthday surprise, the one she's boasting about. But you see, notwithstanding that I caught her, I mean, she was just in London when I trapped and insisted, I know you traveled.
See, that means this is not the first time. You said I just did it once.
No, you attempted several times. You succeeded. Because success in that one would have been, you'd have met me in Aberdeen, then I'll say...
But I went halfway.
You didn't go halfway. When you were still airborne, I already concluded that this woman is traveling. That's not all the traps she laid for me. But you see, what it did is... Guess what? She left a 7-month-old baby, Ariella. I mean, in Nigeria to do that kind of move. But you see, what it did was very deep for me. It was that she misses me, she wants to see me, she wants to be with me, blah, blah, blah. You know, all of these emotions are positive. Of course, I miss her. So I was glad she was coming. Now, it was just going to be a couple of days. But you see, find areas where you keep the surprise. What would surprises do for your marriage? It sends the message of thoughtfulness. Don't forget we started with thoughtfulness. It sends the message that you are making effort to make them happy.
Yes, and that is a big deal.
It's a big deal. And you see, surprises will always come with strategy, strategizing. You have to do this and do that. A lot is going to go in. And it does something for you. And don't forget, the aim of these romantic ideas is to spice up the marriage. Now, what does it do for you? Do you know you cannot plan to pleasantly surprise a person, make them happy, without becoming invested in the relationship yourself? Because it will come to a point where you are completely rid of selfishness and you find yourself wanting to make sure they are happy. So this is not just about evoking a feeling in them, it is the feeling it deepens in you. So do your best to go out of your ways to find things that you can do. I can give you some ideas, for example.
Before you give the ideas,
it
does something else to you, the receiver of the surprise. When somebody does good to you, you want to repay back that person. You can't wait for an opportunity. You now
feel obligated to return it. All right? In fact, very important. So one of the ways you obligate your partner is by the things you go out of your way to do for them. So I was going to give you some ideas. You see, sometimes you go on vacations alone, together, like we talked about, mini vacation, major vacation. You see, sometimes the surprise you are giving your partner is not because you want to go somewhere and have sex or go somewhere and necessarily have vacation. It's because sometimes you just want to give them rest. So you can do a weekend getaway for them to relax. See, like I said, that's just a thought. You can go out of your way in different ways. I give you another example. In an area where your partner has traditionally catered for themselves, like you have never bought their underwears, please find the right size. Don't go and buy what they can't use.
You know, I've been holding myself. Sorry to interrupt. I remember when we were newly wedded and I had to pack a bag for my husband.
Danger. That's why she laughed. I was going to go to a court out of town, the town we were staying in.
So you know,
I just casually told my wife to pack my lawyer's dressing, everything. You know, and I assume that she knows what I wear.
See, I packed that bag with so much love. The way I folded
my wife just thought it's about white shirt. She carried the shirt with regular collar, not lawyer's collar. So to her mind, white shirt must be in the bag. She carried white shirt, normal tie collar, not lawyer's collar. God, she carried. We got to the neighboring city where I was supposed to go for the case. To compound matters, to show us a romantic husband, I told her to come with me so that she can see her husband in action in court. We got to that town. I had to start calling I called a colleague to connect me with a colleague he knows, because I knew no colleague in that town, to connect me with a colleague in that town who helped me with lawyer's collar. Then I inverted the regular collar and converted it of my shirt to a lawyer's collar. Then put that guy's lawyer's collar on it. Oh God. Then use cufflinks in place of our regular lawyer's pin. I used cufflink, inverted it, and made it the lawyer's pin. Oh God.
See, long and short, I want to tell you is that some surprises
will surprise you.
Yes. But just know that after the dust calms down, your partner will look back and know that it was just a good attempt that got messed up, but it will be a sweet memory in the long run.
And may you have partner that has sense. Yeah, because some partners will now tear head. Like I heard a story from a dear friend. She runs a photo studio where people come and snap. And she said the number of fights she's seen in pre-wedding shoots. Wow. That she wants to set up a counseling center in her studio.
Wow.
In fact, we're going to talk about that. I will not even say anything further in another episode of this couch conversation. There are things I want to say to people doing pre-wedding. We will come there. So you see, we have to stop here on point 7 in this episode.
Wow.
So the promise, we won't get to 10 like that. The promise I'll give you is in the next episode, we would continue point 8, 9, and 10 in the next episode. So this particular series has gone into the 3rd part. So we would like to stop part 2 here, which contains point 6 and point 7 on 10 romantic ideas to spice up your marriage. I really hope you share this video to your married friends, to your about to get married friends, even your single friends. Let it be a masterclass that helps them get perspective on how to keep the spice on romantically. Once again, Ocholi is my name, Julia is her name. I hope you have shared the link to this channel, to this video, to your friends, your family, even to your enemies. The Bible says you should do good to your enemies.
Have no enemies.
Have no enemies. So we love you. See you when we'll continue next week. God bless you.
God bless you.